Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Bama MBM is for Bama. I've got Bama winning this football game. We are live. Welcome to college football's peek around the corner watch party. If you want to subscribe to this channel, subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Smash the like button. Share the video. If you want to support this college football rebel outpost with a donation, hit the $ where you make your comment, and I'll get to your super chat as quick as I possibly can. Welcome everybody into the studio that sits on the corner, the very corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to become a legend with your comments and with your phone calls. It is the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. 8 versus 9. The game is in Norman, Oklahoma, and the fans are absolutely nuts in Norman, Oklahoma. The winner of this game goes on to play the number 1 seeded Indiana Hoosiers, quarterback by Fernando Mendoza. The loser of this game goes back home and gets ready for the transfer portal and all the coaches changes and everything that's going to be going on in college football. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate the people who have come on in. Don Scruggs, Georgia Bulldogs, again. Don is in a very difficult position because he's got to represent the SEC, but then again, he probably doesn't like Alabama or Oklahoma. But Don, you can't have both teams lose. One of these teams has got to win. Rod, he's sitting with the Army of 24, most definitely. The Big Lubbock, the Texas Tech Red Raiders will win the Natty. The Big Lubbock has come out. The Big Lubbock is going to be analyzing every part of this game, just in case you've got to play the winner in this game in the national championship game. That's the only way, I believe. I am the original Minnesota moron, but I think the only way the Texas Tech Red Raiders can play Alabama or Oklahoma in these playoffs if they meet in the championship game. And that could happen. That could happen. MBM Pokes is in the house. Bill G is rolling the tide. Roll in the tide, Alabama. Bill G. Rich Austin is in the house. Yeah, you guys got me twice today. Maybe twice tomorrow, if I can figure it out. Hummus Hero is in the house. Thanks for coming on in. Let the college football playoff. Let it begin. Let it begin. Let's go. Let's go. The Big Lubbock is throwing elbows early tonight. The Big Lubbock is not going to waste any more time. He's not going to waste any more time. The Big Lubbock is fed up with the fat guy from Minnesota. The Big Lubbock is fed up with the Southeastern Conference. He's fed up with the Big Ten. He's had enough. He's had enough of me clowning on Cody Campbell. He's had enough. The Red Raider Nation has had enough. They're just going to take it all. You're going to you're going to have to beat the Red Raiders to take them out. Anything that I say behind this microphone doesn't mean diddly squat. Nothing that anybody says, but what happens on the football field. The Big Lubbock has had enough. Now it's time for the Red Raiders to go win the national championship. Christopher Hooter, LSU Tiger, he's in the house. He's getting ready. Lane Kiffin, Christopher Hooter is all ready to go in the offseason. He's all ready to go. I don't know who he's rooting for. I don't think Christopher Hooter likes Alabama. I don't know how much he likes Oklahoma. Can Gray go from a dismal season and win the Natty in picks? I did it last year. I was dismal, but I came up a rising in the playoffs. I'm going to do the same thing this year. Absolutely. Absolutely, Stormy Cyclone. Thanks for coming on in. Scott Grable. Good evening. Roll Tide. Scott Grable is in the PATC. He's representing Alabama. Him, Scott Grable, and my mother, and Bill G, and a few others. Roll Tide. And I got Alabama winning this game, and I don't think I put the fear in Scott Grable at all. I think he's confident. I think here comes Breeze Fry. Georgia is in the house. How's the weather in Norman? Very good question. I think it's going to be pretty good, right? It's in the 50s. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's in the 50s. Oklahoma over Bama. Mowing after dark. 5 gifted memberships. Breeze Frey, Sample Tex, Charleston Duck, PSN, Ute, no, PSUN, excuse me, and Bo Stacker. Thank you coming on in, Bo Stacker. I appreciate it. Mowing After Dark, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for leading us off, Mr. Buckeye. And again, Mowing After Dark is predicting the Buckeyes to win the national championship. Mowing has been feeling pretty confident since they had to compete. Remember, the Buckeyes were worried about the Golden Gophers going into the shoe. They were worried about the Golden Gophers coming in the shoe and to give them the first loss of the season. But the Buckeyes survived the Golden Gophers and defeated them 42-3. But I got news for you, Moen, Mr. Columbus. Drake Lindsay is coming back. Drake Lindsay is coming back. And even though the Buckeyes are not on the Golden Gophers football schedule next year, I got a feeling that we're going to be meeting up against each other somehow in 2026. Thank you, Moen. All of you are knighted. All of you are knighted. Cloak and Dagger. Thank you, Moen. I appreciate it. Christopher Hooter says Oklahoma will pound Alabama. Maybe on defense. Not on offense. Neither of these offenses are going to get off. Both of these offenses are going to be feeding on a short field. They're hoping they're going to be feeding on short fields. But I don't think we're going to see 80-yard drives, 75-yard drives in this game. The over-under is 40.5. 40.5. Holy smokes, MBM. The Oklahoma State Cowboy in the PATC family and a Chicago Bear to boot. Christmas time, rents due, go Pokes. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Greg, Merry Christmas, PATC. Wow. I am very humbled by your support, MBM. I am very, very, thank you so very much. Thank you for so very much, MBM. And Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones and everything. And I know, MBM, you blame me for the Mike Gundy ouster. It was not my fault. Even though I had Mike Gundy on the hot list at the beginning of the season, you were pretty upset with me. Mike Gundy is a legend in Stillwater. But I think you guys are pretty happy with your new coach. You needed a new voice. I'm glad you did not run me off the road, MBM. I appreciate it. I appreciate your patience with me. Thank you, Mr. Cowboy. I very much appreciate it. Wow. 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 Thank you so very much. My goodness. Bimba 7579. My goodness. Thank you, MBM. Wow. I'm very, very humbled by your kindness, MBM. Bimba 7579. I don't think it will be DeBoer to Michigan. Most likely Dillingham. I'd also like Braum or Winningham. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those coaches, Bimba 75, 79. I think DeBoer, I've had DeBoer as number one on your hot list since this began. And I hear what DeBoer is saying. Maybe tonight's game goes a long ways into DeBoer's final calculations. If Alabama loses this game, and Scott Grable and Alabama, Bill G and other people out there, what are you thinking if Alabama loses this game and they don't play well? Do you think that might change DeBoer's thinking? Let me know in the chat. Moen's system is the best suggestion for wait a second. Moen's system is not the best suggestion in anything he's talking about, especially burgers. But let me know what you think he's talking about, Bill G. I got to throw elbows at Moen before the Gophers play the Buckeyes again. Yeah, that was incredible generosity by MBM. Unbelievable. Don Scruggs, time to put up or shut the hell up. Rod says Oklahoma is going to win. Your pick on Bama is wrong, Greg. I don't think so, Rod. I don't think so. I don't think so. Do I think that Bama is going to have one hell of a time moving the ball against Oklahoma? Yes. Do I think Oklahoma is going to have one hell of a time moving the ball against Bama? Yes. But this is where I think there is a difference. Ty Simpson over this John Mateer. Let's be honest. The Oklahoma quarterback has been a slipping and he has been a sliding. Ty Simpson has not been slipping and sliding, even though he doesn't have a running game. Now they have Jam Miller back tonight. I think that's the difference. Now, can John Mateer be the John Mateer of early in the season? Can John Mateer be making plays off schedule? Can he avoid a sack, roll out? They think he's going to run. Suddenly he pulls it back and throws it downfield to the tight end. Can John Mateer make off-schedule plays? The magic of John Mateer. Can that come to life again tonight in Norman, Oklahoma, in the playoffs? The tension is so thick, you can cut it with the rusty old spoon. Can John McTiernan make it happen? Ryan Brooks, the diplomat Ryan Brooks. I'm for whoever beats Indiana. Rock and rant. Let's get the warm-up game going. Miami, Texas A&M. We're going to be doing a watch party on that game tomorrow. I know there's a lot of great Miami watch parties, but we're going to have one anyways because I love my playoffs. I love doing these watch parties. So if you want to spend a little bit of time with us, everybody in the chat room, Miami and Texas A&M, but there is a lot of great watch parties off for that game. But come on in, have a little bit of fun. The weather is windy in Oklahoma. The Big Lubbock, I do not recall any of this. Thank you, Greg, for picking Baylor to win the Big 12. I predicted Arizona State, then Baylor. Boy. Let's get that off the screen as soon as possible. Texas Tech to go 7-5. We couldn't have won the Big 12 without help from Greg the Cold. Please feel free to pick TCU and Baylor to win the Big 12 next year. Well, I'm not going to do that with the TCU Horned Frogs. They're going to lose Josh Hoover. And Baylor is probably, well, I shouldn't say probably. Baylor is in the hunt to get DJ Legway. And I can promise you, Big Lubbock, I can promise you, if Baylor gets DJ Legway, Baylor's not going to win the Big 12. So, look, look, I'm going to let it all marinate on my Big 12 predictions next year. This year, for 2026, I'm going to get it right, the Big Lubbock. I am going to get it right. So you better hope I have Texas Tech winning the Big 12 next year. 50 degrees in Norman at kickoff. Thank you, Bill G. Appreciate it. We've got a super chat. Christopher Hooter. Bama hasn't looked good since the Tennessee game in mid-October. Oklahoma rose the tide. All right, Christopher Hooter, I'm going to ask you a question. Kenneth Maynard says Sooners roll. Man, you guys are all against me and my mama, Maxine Roney Flugar. Let me ask you a question, Christopher Hooter. This is a personal question, a very sensitive question. How did Oklahoma look against your LSU team? Let's be honest. LSU without a permanent head coach, LSU without their going to be their court. How did Oklahoma look against LSU? I ain't saying, but I'm saying. I ain't saying, but I'm saying. Tony says Bama can't run. You are correct. You are correct. Kenneth Maynard, Sooners roll. Sooners roll. NBM is the man, no question about it. Holy smokes, the NBM's incredible generosity. NBM is a legend. Wow, the wind gusts are up to 26 miles per hour. I didn't know it was going to be that windy. Let me see. Does that change my prediction? Does that change what I'm thinking here? Does all that wind going to change the outcome of this game? Alabama, Oklahoma, Alabama. Bama can't run, so they're going to have to throw the football. 26-mile-per-hour winds. Does that mean I'm going to switch my Bama to Oklahoma? No. Bama wins this game 23-20. 23-20. Thank you, Laura, for the information. Appreciate it. That's what I call a Christmas spirit. That's awesome. Absolutely. MBM, thank you so very much. Antoine Johnson, the Sun Devil, is in the house. We talked about the Big Lubbock has had enough of the fat guy from Minnesota. So has Antoine Johnson. People talking about Dillingham going to Michigan. It ain't going to happen, according to Antoine Johnson. It ain't going to happen. Not on Antoine Johnson's watch. It ain't happen. No cheese, absolutely. DeBoer made a statement again today saying he's not leaving Bama. Thank you, Scott. NBM says the turnovers decided. Well, that's what Oklahoma has been feeding on. Short field for their offense. Now, is Bama going to give it to Oklahoma? That front seven of Oklahoma, that's like the Red Raiders. That's like the Buckeyes. It is nasty watching them. I'm talking nasty good. We got a super chat. We're getting closer and closer to playoff. Everyone is leaving Colorado. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze here. And Prime Time still refuses to bring in high school players. They fall off the cliff next year for sure. Bama gets bent over. Another guy, all of you are taking Oklahoma. Well, over 70% of you voted. 70% of you took Oklahoma against the spread. So, it makes sense. Thank you for the $5 holler, John Teal. I think Colorado's in trouble. I think you are correct, John Teal. I think the Buffaloes are in trouble next year. Stormy Cyclone, I suddenly feel a brisk chill. Humble Bumble Duck is in the house. Al Woody, bloody elbow on Bama's quarterback. Really? Is there blood on Ty Simpson's elbow? Al Woody's coming in with the information. Pretty no girl. Not Kirk saying the offense has been struggling for 2 weeks. The irony. Kirk Herbstreit. You know, every time I try to forgive the guy, screwing Florida State, Kirk Herbstreit and Paul Feinbaum, and I talked about it earlier in our live show today, taking all these shots on Tulane and James Madison. Man, I cannot get over that guy. Greg does not love cheese on his burgers and steaks. Rod Nix is in the house. Rod Nix, Florida State Seminole. Let's go Boomer Sooner tonight. Sorry, Rod Nix, but Bama is going to win. Bama is going to win. Skaven Yes is in the house. Matt Rule, in his press conference today, said, basically, we are doing a great job. If you guys only knew what we had when we came here. If you only knew, we are doing a great job in Lincoln. Rock and Rant is in the house. He's getting ready for tomorrow. Rock and Rant is going to be pacing, walking around. Let's get this college football undercard kicked off and over. Because it's just one more sleep till the Canes fans Christmas.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I got a question for Rock and Rant. Now, I took Miami. I took Miami to cover, and I took Miami to win. My only question is, playing in College Station, they're probably, according to Nick Saban, they're probably going to be piping in some noise, and they don't need to do it because it's loud enough. Does the Miami Hurricanes, do they adjust to playing in that environment? Because Miami, during parts of the season, had a lot of pre-snap penalties. They had to go backwards. In Miami was able to overcome it. They got to the playoffs. But I don't think you can afford all these pre-snap penalties. That's the one thing that I'm going to be watching early in that football game. Another thing, I do think Miami Hurricanes, much like the Buckeyes done with Bo Jackson, but in a much larger way, but I think Miami's going to have to get Pringle involved early. On first downs. Get Pringle involved early. Let the Aggies worry about the rush. Again, I've been saying this for a couple of months. I think Texas A&M's weakness is defending the run. Like if Texas A&M on their base defense, if they can't load up the box, teams can gash them. They can gash them. And I think Miami, if they get that running, if they show that running game early with Pringle, later with Fletcher, I want Miami to run the ball early in that football game. I don't want Carson Beck to come out and start trying to locate Malachi Tony and his other weapons. Run the ball early. Scott Grable, that stadium is loud. If they rattle Beck early, it's over. That could be. It's Aggies minus 3.5 now. Okay, we're getting ready here, guys. We are getting ready. Thank you all for showing up. I very much appreciate it. I got one thing I got to do real quick here. Real quick. Thank you, Mo and After Dark, MBM, Christopher Hooter, John Teal. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate it. MBM, thank you so very much for your incredible generosity. Kicking it off. Mateer. All right. Rolling out. Good defense by Bama. It's going to be second and long. Here we go. Second and long. Second and 10. Shotgun. Handoff. Got some yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Manageable third down situation. Blaylock, it's 4 yards, 5 yards. I'm calling it 5. They're calling it 4. Thank you for coming on in, Nick Kelso. I very much appreciate it, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Mateer back to pass. Sets up. Oh, what a catch! He got it! First down! Holy smokes! What a leap and catch! Wow. Deion Burks. Wide receiver number 1 for the Oklahoma Sooners. First down and 10, 42-yard line handoff. Ooh, a lot of running room over there. Got about 7 yards. Torrey Blaylock. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Oklahoma, very good start. 3rd down conversion. Mateer fakes that old bubble screen, and he's going to take off, but he ain't going to get first down. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Was there a fumble? No, there wasn't. 3rd down and 2. Mireya Hernandez Garcia Flugar is in the house. The moderator it was a fumble. Was his elbow down? Hold on. John Mateer got it anyways. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's dancing. He gets first down. That's another first down, Oklahoma Sooners. Wow. They might have missed the fumble, but I think Mateer picked it up anyways. First down and 10. 44-yard line. Mateer, audible. Fake handoff, rolling, should be open. Incomplete. I thought he was going short there with the fullback. He tried to get Deion Burks again over there, but he threw it out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Nothing there. Overton is out. LT Overton, the defensive tackle for Alabama, he's out of the game. Simmons, though, is cleaning up. We got a 3rd and long. Oklahoma almost ran a play there. Oklahoma was 3 of 13 on 3rd down conversions in the previous game. Shotgun. Back to pass. 3rd and 10. A little bit of pressure. Too many hands up in the air. John Mateer could not get that ball through. You know what? That was a pretty good first possession for the Sooners. Once again, that offense can't quite sustain a total full drive. The running back fell on that play. It was a fumble, Stormy Cyclone. You're absolutely correct. But did John Mateer recover that? Stormy Cyclone, I am so sorry about that. Super chat from the Cyclone. Greg, you forgot my super chat yesterday, so I'm doing it again. Merry Christmas. Same to you, Stormy Cyclone. I am so sorry that I did not get you super chat. I apologize, sir. You're very kind to do it again. You're very kind not to bury me. I appreciate it, Stormy Cyclone. Thank you so very much for your kindness throughout the year. The Iowa State Cyclones are going to be looking different next year. Very interesting offseason. And I think the Gophers would have been playing Iowa State if Iowa State did not say no to the bowl game. But instead, we're going to be playing the New Mexico Lobos. Rod Nix just warming up, Greg. Just warming up. It's going to be low scoring, boys. It is. It is. Thank you, Stormy. Appreciate it. The Architect is in the house. Thanks for coming on in, The Architect. Appreciate it. Thank you, Buckeye Greg, for coming on in. Thank you, Buckeye Greg. Appreciate it, sir. Keep chopping. Thank you. Thank you, keep chopping. Rutgers is in the house. Greg, I'm never going to forget 2023. Yeah, it was terrible. I almost had I think I might have had a stroke in that live show. I was yelling so loud in the studio. Buckeye Greg says he's heard that Winningham has been interviewed by Michigan and has expressed interest. Hey, Michigan, if you want to call me, my phone number is 763-260-1333. Give me a call, Michigan. I will express my interest. I have not heard that, Buckeye Greg. First down and 10, Bama. 12-yard line. They hand it off. Not much there. Bama's got to just run the ball enough to keep Oklahoma a little honest. That defensive line, those linebackers, just keep them a little bit honest on that. Danielle Hill gets the carry 1 yard. Second down and 9. Bama's going to have to move Ty Simpson out of the pocket. They're going to have to move that pocket around. You can't just sit there between the hashes. Not against that front seven of Oklahoma. Simpson, quick throw. Complete. It's going to be about 3rd and 5. 3rd and 4. Horton with a 4-yard reception. 3rd and 5. Tough play call here. Got that at the 17-yard line. Bama would love a first down right now. Ty Simpson back to pass. Unloads it. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw, but it's incomplete. It looked like he threw it where he needed to throw it. Oh, that was a perfect pass. Incomplete. Bama's going to have to punt it. Greg or PJ Fleck, it's a tough call. Michigan may end up with Fish. Bama punting it away. Oklahoma will start, I believe, at their 36-yard line. First down and 10. First down and 10, everybody. OPD Don, thanks for coming on in, sir. I appreciate it. Looks like to me the defender had a hand from the backside. That could be, I was thinking maybe the defender knocked the ball loose from the backside. Look, either way, Simpson threw that ball where it needed to be thrown for that completion. Oklahoma, good field position, decent field position. The Sooners defense has been giving the Sooners offense great field position for basically the whole season. Al Woody, punches thrown, but no connections. Here we go. Swings it out. Nothing there for Oklahoma. It's going to be second and long. Torrey Blaylock, 4 carries for 12 yards early in the first quarter. Second and 8. 3-man front for Alabama. 3-man front for Alabama. Back to pass Mateer. One guy blitz. Wide open. Tight end. First down. Sooners. And it's that linebacker who came in on the pass rush. Left the middle of the field, a lane wide open for Mateer. Completion to Jermichael Katea. First down and 10, 36-yard line, Oklahoma. Play action. Mateer back to pass. Wide open. Wide open, Mateer missed him. Not the first time that has happened over the last 4 weeks for John Mateer. Wide open wide receiver. There was nobody out there. Thank you, Christopher Hooter, for the super chat. Empty backfield. Empty backfield. Mateer's going to run it. Mateer's loose! Down to the 23-yard line. First down, Oklahoma. A lot of pre-snap movement on that play. Bama did not adjust to that. They had an H-back in there. Christopher Hooter, Greg, Boz, Stoops, and Switzer are all on the Oklahoma sidelines. Thank you, Christopher Hooter. Appreciate it. Thank you for your generosity. All the legends, Stoops, Switzer, the two great coaches, and of course, Boz, the big-time linebacker. Oklahoma got nothing on that running play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. I think that would have been a touchdown. I think you are correct, Opie. I believe that would have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Oklahoma, second possession of the game. They're moving the ball again. Second time they've had possession. Play action, roll out. Bama is all over that. Holy smokes. Bama is all over that. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Back to pass, Mateer. Dumps it off. He's going to get it. Yeah, first down. 10, 5. Holy smokes. They caught Bama on a crossing. Oh, the running back came out of the backfield. First down and goal, Oklahoma at the 5-yard line. First down and goal. Sooners, you got to punch this in. Sooners, you got to punch this in. Mateer's going to keep it. Touchdown! They didn't even get a finger on him. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Okay, everybody settle down. Everybody settle down. It's early. It's early. Remember what you all did to Indiana Notre Dame game. First quarter in that game, everybody's saying Indiana's the worst team we've ever seen. They should have never been in the playoffs. It was embarrassing. Don't go in on Bama yet. Don't go in on Bama yet. Long ways to go. Long ways to go. But Oklahoma has moved the ball. Both times they had the ball. And Bama could not get a first down. very shifty. Mateer came to play. Scott Grable, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all right. We're just spotting the wagon train 7. Aww. That's the type of guys we are at Alabama. All right, let's see any reporting here. National reporters are already making comments on why, well, let me show you here. Someone is going to have to explain to me why the quarterfinals are not on campus sites. Yep. These home campus games are very successful. And you're going to tell me that you're going to have a double bye in the 16-team playoffs, a double bye. Where are you going to play the playing games? And then seeds 3 through 7 get a home game? And what about seed number 1 and number 2? They're without a home game again? Come on, guys. Go to 24. Go to 24. Seeds 9 through 16 get a first round home game. Seeds 1 through 8 get a first round bye and a second round home game. It's perfect. The 17 through 24, they go on the road in the first round. Get it done, you morons. Get it done. Alabama. They're going to have bad field position again. Greg, Oklahoma looks way better than the LSU game. True, but it's early. It's early, Christopher Hooter. Thank you for the $2 holler. But yes, right now you are absolutely correct. First down and 10 at the 13, 14-yard line. Let's call it the 14-yard. Simpson! You gotta get rid of it! Sack! Down to the 3-yard line. It's second and forever for Bama. My goodness. Oh, no. No, they were going to run a bubble screen to the right. And I think you know what? Ty Simpson might have looked the wrong way. The bubble screen might have gone to the left. Look at 71 and 72. Ty Simpson looked the wrong way. It was supposed to go to the left, not the right. Dump off to the tight end. At least I think that was it. Rock and rant, not to be a jerk or anything, but you know these national reporters know that the reasons why the ball games are still involved because they have contracts yet. But I'm going to just use their stupid comments as a trampoline to once again push my agenda. Thank you, Rock and Rant. That's what Tony Petitti should say, but he ain't going to do it. Thank you for coming on in, Jen Fari. Appreciate it. 3rd and 10. Bama got some yardage back on that play. I think you got single coverage. Single coverage up high. Audible. Timeout. Oklahoma went to man. It fooled Ty Simpson. Brent Venables is smiling on the sideline. Brent Venables is saying, you've got nothing for us, Bama. You've got nothing for us. This thing is over. I'm not saying that. The coach, no, he ain't saying that either. He's not saying that either. Chad Price, thanks for coming on in. I appreciate it. No dog in this hunt, really, but hope Bama loses so all the SEC homers can cry more. Christopher Hooter, Oklahoma, is all over them. Alabama, -7 yards. -7 yards rushing with 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Message board genius. Checking out Bama online early. Again, it's early. Soft bleep team getting embarrassed. This is Bama online. This coaching staff sucks. Everyone on this board has just started lowering expectations to cope. 9-4, making it to the SEC championship game, but regressing big time by the end of the season is considered a great season now. Joke's on you, Michigan. DeBoer and this team are jokes. That is the message board genius checking out Alabama message board. 3rd and 10. Simpson. Empty backfield. No blitz, but a guy, Simpson gets incomplete. Nothing there. When Ty Simpson rolled out, a linebacker came running on in. Ty Simpson throws it away. Ooh, that was a delay blitz. Some twist action. We've got Buckeye Greg with a super chat. No first downs again for Bama. My question is, will the Rose Bowl, as the host of the semis in 2026, will move its traditional kickoff on New Year's Day? I don't know. I don't know how the schedule plays out. We don't even know what the playoffs are going to look like for 2026. We don't know when they're going to start. We don't know how many teams are in there. Great question, Buckeye Greg. No way to answer that. Thank you for the $5 holler. Great question. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your generosity once again. Thank you much. John Mateer back to pass. Oklahoma. Oh boy, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're already down to the 38-yard line of Bama. This first quarter has been all Sooners. Has been all Sooners. El Woody says Oklahoma needs a stop and a score. Oklahoma needs a stop and a score. Bama needs a stop and a score. Mateer hands it off. First down, Sooners. Yep, they got that first down. Again, Bama has not recorded a first down yet. Shotgun, empty backfield. Hands off. Oh, he leaps over the defender. I think he got about 5 yards on that. I think Blaylock got about 5 yards leaping over that guy. I think it's going to be 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Blaylock again. Man, oh man, he's driving for the first down marker. Bama with no pushback. There's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field. Blaylock should have not have gotten that many yards on that. But he was given all he had on that, and Bama was not pushing back. Bama was not pushing back. It looks like this is on Oklahoma. Sportsman-like penalty on Oklahoma. Unsportsmanship, I believe. Big penalty on Oklahoma. Looks like it was on that offensive lineman. Ouch, that is an ouch. Oh, I don't know about that. I guess. We got a 3rd and 18, 43-yard line. Bama could survive this scare. Mateer. Oh my gosh. Bama's getting rolled right now. It's going to be 4th and about 7. Sooners got way more yards on that play than they should have. What is Bama? Oh, what? Tackle! Overrunning it. Is Sooners going to go for it here? Or is it going to be a long field goal attempt? Field goal, 51-yarder. 51-yard field goal attempt. It's good! What a kick! Sandell. Oklahoma. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Wow, what a kick. What a kick. He must have had the wind in back of him, right? Okay. Alabama, you got to get it going now. You've got to get it going. Jose, Brandon Walker, it's a rout. Oklahoma going to kill them. DeBoer killed Bama football in 2 seasons. Again, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion. But Alabama is going to have to take shots downfield. You're going to have to take shots downfield. I'm talking Ty Simpson is going to have to let it rip. You're not going to be able to go first down against this Oklahoma defense without a running game, without an offensive line that can run block. You're going to have to take shots downfield. Let Bernard and Williams, let your talent at the wide receiver position shine tonight. That was a good run. Carried by the offensive lineman. That was a good play. Alabama got about 8 yards on that. 2nd and 2. Can Bama get a first down here? They got to get their first down. I think they might let the clock run out, right? No? Nope, they're not going to. They're going to run it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The offensive line is getting destroyed. It's 3rd and 2. Now we head off to the second quarter. My goodness. My goodness. Mateer is playing with the chip on his shoulder. Woo! Great for Trojan. If anything, this game is showing that Michigan, Dillingham is the better option. Bimba, enjoy the rest of the game. Thank you, Bimba, for coming on in. Appreciate it. Buckeye Greg, when the Buckeyes go back-to-back, it would have been done both ways, with or without a first-round bye, Greg. D. Wayne, Texas Tech wipes the floor with both these teams. The championship would be the Buckeyes versus the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Christopher Hooter with the super chat. It's all about the quarterback and the offensive line, and both are struggling. D. Wayne, Bama did not belong. It should have been BYU. Thank you, Christopher Hooter. Thank you so much for your super chat, for your generosity. Thank you very much, LSU Tiger. I appreciate it. Bama needs to get this first down, but I don't think they're going to get it on the ground, right? They're going to have to throw the ball. I don't think that 2nd down and short, running the ball, is the correct call. Ty Simpson is going to have to take shots downfield. Let it rip, young man. Let that offense, let those very good wide receiver make some plays downfield. You're not gonna drive 80 yards on Oklahoma. Not with that Not with a non-existent running game. Jose, Chris Vanini, Oklahoma kicker Tate Sandell has tied an FBS record with 8 field goals of over 50 yards. Wow. In one season, I'm guessing. Wow. Rich Austin throws an elbow at his rival, BYU Cougars. Here we go. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Second quarter begins. Bama has not gotten a first down yet, besides that penalty. I don't know what's going on. That's terrible. What is going on with Alabama? Oh, he got held. Oh, they got to throw that. Oh! Oh!
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so
You've got it. That is happening right in front of you. Right in front of you. The jersey grab was epic. The jersey was being torn out the wide receiver's body. You have to make that call. And if that guy doesn't make the call, someone else has to make the call. Holy smokes. That was a terrible non-call. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. John Mateer, first down pass incomplete. Woo! Wow. It's early yet, ladies and gentlemen. Early yet. Rock and Rant. Handoff. Nothing there. It's going to be second and about 8. Second and about 8. Rod Nix, nope, it's the norm in the SEC. Antoine Johnson. If the 9th seed gets blown out again, does that mean the SEC keeps getting overseeded? 3rd and 8. Bama's got to make a stop here. Their offense is struggling, but the defense is not helping out. John Mateer back to pass, rolling out. Ooh, was he in? Did Deion Burks get in again? Did Deion Burks get in again? They're calling it a catch. No, that's not a catch. No, it's not. His feet were not on the ground when he caught that ball. His feet were not touching. No. When he catches that ball, his feet are in the air. His feet are no longer on the ground. No!
feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
All right, maybe it's a catch. Maybe it's a catch. On further PATC review, it looks like it's a catch. Deion Burks does it again. First down, Oklahoma. Everything is going the Sooners' way. Al Woody, that's a catch. I do have to agree. I have to agree. On further review, it's a catch. First down and 10, Oklahoma at the 40s. Again, Bama's defense. You got to make some plays, gentlemen. Mateer goes long. Another first down. My goodness. Okay, Bama, settle down. Settle down. Things are looking bleak. Somebody's got to make a play. You can't depend on Greg the Blind to help you get you calls. He got spanked. First down running play. Bama, Jefferson drove him into the ground. It's going to be 2nd and 12. He almost lost that football, too. That was almost a fumble. 2nd and 11. Bama's got to make a stop. Mateer, Burks, again, the tackling is horrendous. Oklahoma's making yards where there's no yards to be gained. It's going to be, 3rd and 3, and it should be a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 situation. It was 3rd and 5, and it should be a 3rd and 7 situation. $23-yard line. Shotgun, empty backfield. We got trips left with an H-back. Tight end. Mateer. He found him. No! First down! Oklahoma is doing everything to Bama. Bama cannot do anything to Oklahoma. Bama's about to get blown out. 1st and goal, 11 minutes to go. 2nd quarter. First and goal. Mateer back to pass. Wide open. Nobody is guarding. Touchdown!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a shocking development. Not so much that Oklahoma is winning this football game. Not so much that Oklahoma is up by more than a touchdown at home in this game in the first half. But the way it has been done, John Mateer looks like he's got that magic back. Alabama can't tackle. And Alabama, unless Oklahoma is making a penalty, Alabama cannot get a first down. Alabama cannot get a first down. Turn out the lights. The party's over. Dwayne, Bama did not belong. What a travesty BYU and Notre Dame did not get in. Visser just thought I'd pop in and say, Greg, is Greg Gold the cooler?
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you
took
too
Bama.
long, it hurts to watch your blue
Craig the
eyes
cooler
fade
took
to
Bama.
gray as
Let's
you
go.
fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today.
Greg, you better check on your mother. I will at halftime. Hopefully my mother can survive until halftime. For those of you that do not know, my 92-year-old Irish Catholic college football crazy fan, besides the Minnesota Golden Gophers, her favorite team is the Alabama Crimson Tide. So she's probably having a very difficult night tonight. This song has grown on me, Greg, like a fungus. Well, hopefully we do not hear that song again for the rest of the playoffs. One time only. Okay, I might have gotten this one wrong, but I'm not going to get the other 10 playoff games wrong. You trust me. You trust me too, Master. I'm not going to get the other games wrong. Only this one. All right? I think we all can agree to that. I don't think we're going to be hearing that song again. It's getting hot in this cold studio of mine. Helmer Hennison, thank you for the $2 holla. Greg, you had Bama. What gives? I tell you what gives. Game's not over yet. Game is not over yet. All Bama has to do is, first of all, get a first down without needing the refs. Get a first down on your own. Find something that works. Take shots downfield, for God's sakes. Game's not over. Game is not over. Thank you for the $2 holler, Helmer Hennison. Empty backfield. Take a shot, Simpson. Take a shot. Take a shot. I don't know what the hell this is. What is going on? Send Ryan Williams deep. Throw a bomb. Throw a bomb. No idea what this is. No idea what this is. Well, you guys know how I feel. I do believe Notre Dame should have been in. I mean, I've said that. I don't know why Alabama jumped Notre Dame. I still don't quite understand that in rival week when Alabama beat Auburn 27-20 and Notre Dame beat Stanford by 29 points. Somehow Alabama flipped over. But that's water under, over, and through the bridge. Right now it's 3rd and 5. Bama has to get a first down here, or the whole thing is going to collapse on Kalen DeBoer in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Everything is going to collapse. Get this first down. Get this first down. Back to pass. off his back foot. It's complete! There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. 9 first downs to 1. All right, let's go. You know what you do here? You actually give it to Jam Miller or Danielle Hill. Looks like it's going to be Hill. Play action. Simpson back to pass. God almighty, what is this? What is this? You're absolutely getting mauled. You're getting mauled, for God's sakes. Simpson, if you roll off at the start, that offensive lineman, hey, 55, you got to block somebody out there. I don't know why we have a running. There we go. Move that running back. The running back's got to get out of the backfield. There's got to be a real route to him. There you go. There you go. There you go. Bring that running back out of the backfield. The linebacker locks in. You go over the top to the tight end. Everybody's got to be sent out. You see that? You see that? The running back, don't have them in the block. They can't block worth the beans anyways. Empty backfield. I don't know what we got here. 18, 19-yard line. 8:37 to go, second quarter. There you go. Take your shots. Oh, God, incomplete. Take your shots. Fade pass. Back corner of the end zone. 3-step drop. Fade pass. Back corner of the right side of the end zone. This is the play right here. This is the play right here. You better believe it, GB. Back right corner of the end zone. Now they don't got, okay, but no, they got it lined up perfectly for that. They got Ryan Williams exact. There it is. No, they didn't run it. We're going to have about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Man, I thought they had that set up in that formation. Ryan Williams in the slot gives him that little, what we used to call back in the day, in the 1970s, that Chuck Foreman out of the backfield, Minnesota Vikings fade pass. Terry Nord, absolutely correct. Oklahoma's going to play zone here. No pre-snap movement. Alabama knows what defense. All right, that's the best they could do. I don't know what you do here. 4th and 2. This is above my pay grade. Bud Grant would get the 0 off the board, kick a field goal to get points on the board. It looks like they're going for it. Stephen McNeely says take the points. Helmer Hennison, super chat. 4th and 2. We got pre-snap movement all over the place. Oklahoma is man-to-man. Oklahoma's man-to-man. Look for a pick play. They ran the pick play. They ran it. First down. Touchdown! Bama! There we go. There we go. This ain't over until the fat guy from Minnesota sings. This is not over. Touchdown. Now the game has begun, ladies and gentlemen.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Now the game has truly begun. Sit back and watch, guys. Sit back and watch. I haven't let you down. I have not let you down. It is no longer Greg the Cold. It is Greg the Gold. And it ain't gonna stop anytime soon. Let's go. Let's go. (17 to 7). Now you all are worried, aren't you? Aren't you? You know that Oklahoma ain't going to score another point in this game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Helmer Hennison, I will get to you super chat in just a moment. I haven't forgotten. Cooler, not worried here. The jam returns, if only for a moment. Nah. It's not going to be just for a moment. Rod Nix, it ain't going to be just for a moment. We got a super chat, Helmer Hennison. Greg, are you covering the Miami Texas A&M game? I am. We're going to be starting about 10:40 Central Time, 11:45. 11:40 Eastern Time. We are going to be doing the Miami and Texas A&M football game. I think it's going to be a spectacular game. I've already given the Hurricanes the roadmap to victory. If they don't follow it, it's not my fault. It is not my fault. It is not my fault. Miami's got to run it early. Set the run early. Give it to Pringle early. Give it to Fletcher late. First down runs Pringle. Third down runs Fletcher, or have him in the backfield. Get that running game, because you can run on A&M if you do not allow them to load up the box. Miami's going to have some success in the air, but don't forget about Mario Cristobal. Listen to the fat guy from Minnesota. Run the ball early in that game. And then you're going to have A&M on their heels for the rest of the game. I'm a proud member of the Army of 24. 24 Army. Thank you, Dave Walensky. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We are gaining more and more members of the Army of 24. The playoffs need to get to 24. 4-4-4-4-2-6. All right. Thank you, Dave Walensky. Thank you for your generosity. I very much appreciate it. Finally tuned, Greg, at 8:13 p.m. Central Time. That'd be 3 minutes ago. You know that Oklahoma is not going to score another point in this game. Did I say that? Did I really say that? I can't believe I would say something like that. You better believe I said something like that. I'm glad you booked it. I'm glad you marked it. We might have to delete that part. Big gain by Deion Burks. Someone cover Burks, for God's sakes. Deion Burks has been the best football player on the field. First down, 41-yard line. 40-yard line, excuse me. First down and 10. All right, Bama. Got to get this ball back once again. Got to get this ball back once again here. Blaylock is in the backfield. He's split. And Mateer's going to run it. He got hit hard. Bam, hit him hard that time. It's going to be about 2nd and 6, I'm guessing. Deadeye, thanks for coming on in, Deadeye. Appreciate it. You can't spell namby-pamby without Bama. Second and 6. Oklahoma does have Bama's defense on their heels. No question about it. Back to pass, John Mateer. He's got number 11. He connects. It's going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Gibson with the catch. 7 different receivers for Oklahoma has got a reception in the first half. John Mateer is spreading it out. 3rd and 3. Can somebody on Bama make a play on defense? Can somebody tackle? Mateer going back to pass. We got a corner blitz, but he could not make the play. Ah, incomplete. Once again, Bama can't make the tackle. It went through the receiver's hands. Oh my goodness. John Mateer makes a great play to avoid the sack. A corner blitz. Wide open receiver. Oh, it went through his hands. It went through his hands, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Robinson. Oh my goodness. He short-armed it. Oklahoma's going to have to punt it. There's a flag on the field on Oklahoma. Bama's going to have 4 minutes to go. A little bit more than 4 minutes to go. Can they get more points on the board before the end of the first half? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Watch Party, Playoffs, Oklahoma, Alabama. During halftime, I'm going to be taking about a 15-minute break. I'll be back here. I hope you all join us back here in the second half. What just happened? What just happened? Bama! 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 Here comes Bama! Oh, he just dropped it! The tide has changed. The tide has turned. He just dropped it. 96, rumbling, tumbling, bumbling. Kalen DeBoer. Now Bama's got an opportunity to get some points on the board here. 17-7. Simpson rifles it. First down, 17-yard line. 17-yard line. Empty backfield. Simpson, get rid of this early. Get rid of this early. Get rid of it! God! Simpson, man, you gotta, You got to be more aware, man. You got to have some awareness out there. My goodness, 2nd and 17. 2nd and 17. Simpson back to pass. Okay, Bama gets about 5 of those yards back. It's going to be about a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. He had no chance. I was yelling at him at the snap. He got to get rid of it early. They had a guy coming. They don't have enough blockers. You got to know what you got on the right side. That ball has to get out of his hands, or you got to get out of the backfield. I got my reputation, Opie. I've got my reputation on the line. Which means more than $5. Simpson back to pass. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Just kick the field goal. Simpson, man. I know they're rushing you, but you're not making any plays with your feet. You're not making any plays with your mind. Ties Oklahoma. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. At the hash mark. The snap, the hold, the kick. And it is good. It squeaks in. It squeaks in. Hammer Hennison, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, sir. Alabama has closed the game down to 17-10. It was 17-0. Now it's 17-10. Greg predicts one Southeastern Conference loss tonight, which everybody did, obviously, and one Southeastern Conference loss on Saturday. That is true. I've got Miami winning. I've got Miami winning that football game. This game is on Mariachi watch. It definitely is. It definitely is. There is a lot of anxiety right now. And right now, it's on Oklahoma's side of the fence. Oklahoma was up 17-0. Now it's 17-10.
I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner.
Evo Badger, super chat. The Evo Badger is in the house. Thanks for coming on in, Ryan. I appreciate it, sir. Very much appreciate it. The Evo Badger. Greg the Cooler has returned. My answer to that is simply no. Greg the Cooler has not returned. And I'm not going to return for the whole rest of the playoffs. Evo Badger. Evo Badger. Again, Christopher Hooter, 3 guys in his face, too much pressure. Use your legs, Ty Simpson. Use your legs. Run out one time. One time. Get out early. Run again. Ty Simpson, he's done it. He can run the football. One time just to slow down that pass rush. Make one play using your legs, and he hasn't done it. He has not done it. He's going to have to do it. John Mateer has. Ty Simpson, make one play. Do a quarterback draw. Something to slow down that pass rush, or get a screen pass completed. A bubble screen completed. Do something to slow down that pass rush. Okay. Now Oklahoma's going to start it. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first half. 17-10 Oklahoma. 17-10. They did have a 17-0 lead. So what say you Sooners? Don Scruggs, no words. Shotgun, empty backfield. Nope. Blaylock is now I formation right behind Mateer. Man in motion. Alabama staying in a zone. Alabama is in a zone. Mateer keeps it. 3 yards, 2nd and 7. NBM is calling for a pick 6. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder what Jack Frost, Greg, and Frosty the Snowman all have in common. They have 2 things in common. Stormy Cyclone. No, they have 3 things in common. 1, they all have a weight problem. 2, they're all up from the up north, way up north. And number 3, all of those 3 people, all those 3 are absolute geniuses. Jack Frost, Greg, and Frosty the Snowman have in common. Finally, 2, and Billy Sims, where are you? The great Billy Sims, number 20, the Oklahoma Sooner running back. Charleston Duck says, thank you for the gift membership. Thank you, Charleston. Appreciate it. Appreciate you saying thank you to whoever gave it to you, which probably was mowing after dark. Mowing, the Buckeye. All right, let's see what the reporters are saying here. Ryan Williams, 3 catches for 58 yards in Alabama's last 3 games, including no catches against Auburn. And he's putting up Iron Bowl numbers once again. Ryan Williams, no catches for no yards. They cannot spring him loose. And again, I would send him long, try to get Oklahoma on their heels. At least, if I was Bama, and I should be Bama, Kalen DeBoer should be calling me at halftime. 2 things you got to do. You've got to have a design run for Ty Simpson. He's not John Mateer. We know that. Have a designed run. If Ty Simpson is not going to run it on his own, have a designed run where he keeps it. Number 2, chuck that ball long. Chuck it long. Go deep to Ryan Williams. Give Oklahoma something to think about. Come on, Kalen DeBoer. We've got a super chat. Second and 8. Mateer back to pass. Really no pressure. No pressure at all. First down, completed in midfield. A clean pocket. A clean pocket. Helmer Hennessy. Is Barry Sanders the best running back of Greg's life? No. I would say he's top 3. But not the greatest running back of my life. The greatest running back of my life was Walter Payton. Sweetness. 2 He did it for such a long time. He was so great. A Chicago Bears offense that had no passing. I think the quarterback of Chicago when Walter Payton started in 75 was probably Steve Avellini. And then it did not get much better after that. Walter Payton is the best running back I've ever watched. But Barry Sanders being number 2 or number 3, yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Bill G says Barry Sanders is the GOAT. Go Black 45 was thinking they need to run Simpson more. 2nd and 13. Orange Hoof, can we admit that Bama had no business making the playoffs? I would not say no business. I would have had Notre Dame. But the same people are saying the same things about Indiana last year, and I think Indiana deserved to be in the playoffs. So, oh, picked up! Go! 20! Touchdown! Bama! Woo! I've lost my voice. I have lost my voice.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Boom!
Touchdown! 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 Touchdown!
Well. What do we have here? What do we have here? 17-17. As I said, it ain't over until the fat guy from Minnesota sings. And I'm not singing, am I? I'm not singing, am I? Am I? Everyone in this chat having Bama dead and buried in the second quarter. Halftime mariachi. Didn't even see him. Oklahoma's offense has arrived. They were always going to give up points to Bama. And now Bama's got that defensive touchdown. 17-17. This game is not over. It ain't over. Get the dancing shoes on. It ain't over. The turntables have turned. Great for Trojan. Orange Hoof. Seconds before the pick six, Orange Hoof says, can we admit that Alabama had no business making these playoffs? Then the pick six happened, and then Orange Hoof puts out an epic post. My work here is done. Beautiful, Orange Hoof. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That's some good stuff. 17-17, 1-7, bubble screen. Couldn't get it over the defensive line. Could not get it over the defensive line. 2nd and 10, 1:14 to go. Let me ask you a question. Does Bama get the ball back again before the end of the half? 2nd and 10. Bama's only got one timeout remaining. If I was Oklahoma, I'd run this ball. Have John Mateer run this. All right, that works. Is Bama going to call a timeout here? No, they're not. 3rd and 5. If Oklahoma does not make this first down, does Alabama call the timeout? Opie says Bama gets the ball to start the half. Don is basically telling me I'm nuts. I'm absolutely nuts. which he's accurate. Okay. All right. 3rd and 5. Mateer is going to keep it. He's getting nothing. I think Bama is going to let this go down. We have a penalty, or what's going on here? Greg's mom is happy. MBM, Sooners college football playoff win drought must continue. Oh yeah, she's happy. And you know what? She did not give up. She did not give up. Greg singing Boomer Sooner would be the stuff of nightmares. Let me tell you something. Greg singing anything is like the heavens opening up and all of you get transformed into being beautiful people. That's what Greg singing does to people. So much for the under. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mama's not pushing needles into the Oklahoma doll. Mama has her rosary. That's all Mama Flugar needs is a rosary. Praying for Bama. All right. Come on now. Let's go here. Greg is a superior air drummer. Bad singer. Come on. Bad singer. Come on. No, I'm not. I think I lost my voice, to be honest with you. When I screamed that last touchdown, when that pick six happened, I think I lost my voice. So finally, Tune received a miracle. What's going on here, guys? What's going on? Let me know what's happening here. Why? First down and 10. There must have been a penalty I did not see. First down and 10. Oklahoma's got the ball. 47-yard line. They still got 2 timeouts. Completion. Sidelines. Mateer back to pass. Sacked. 3rd down. Oklahoma still has 2 timeouts remaining. Mateer back to pass. Flings it out. Blaylock breaks the tackle. Down to Alabama's 46-yard line. And that is going to be the end of the half. Halftime. Sideline interference. I did not know that. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, Greg. Okay, guys, I'll be back in about 15. Okay, guys, I'll see you back here in the second half. 17-17. We got ourselves a ball game. Very, very good chance we are going to be playing the mariachi music in the middle of the third quarter. Per PATC's tradition, if the game is within 10 points, we play the music. So please join us here in the third quarter. I'll see you all in a little bit. Thanks, guys. Oh, boy. All right. What do we got going on here? 17-17. The odds are very, very high. We are going to be playing the mariachi music in the middle of the third quarter. Oklahoma started off this game on fire, up 17-0. And the Alabama Crimson Tide, being helped by a pick six, has come back and tied the game going into halftime. I don't think that happened, Jose. I do not believe that happened. Super Chat Helmer Hennison starting us off for the second half. We saw this a little bit last year. Now, there was some great running games in the Southeastern Conference this year. Hardy from Missouri was spectacular. Lacey, Ole Miss, we're going to be seeing tomorrow, spectacular. But Georgia's running game wasn't very good last year. LSU's running game last year wasn't very good. This year I think a little bit better. Alabama can't run the ball this year. I think what the Southeastern Conference has run into is they do not have those dominant offensive lines anymore. They look more like the rest of college football because of the talent that is being spread out that has affected the Southeastern Conference offensive lines the most. They still get the great wide receivers, great defensive players, quarterbacks, but I think the running game, the offensive line has been affected the most. Here we go. Alabama starts with the ball at the start of the second half, 17-17. Here we go. No return. No return. Alabama has the ball tied up at 17-17. John Mateer, 16 of 24, 186 yards in the air, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. Ty Simpson, 9 of 16 for 103 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Oklahoma has carried the ball 20 times for 50 yards. Alabama 6 times for -3. Play action. They did roll Simpson out. Complete. Big time play. 13 yards. That's a first down for Alabama. Jeremy Bernard did a lot of that on his own. First down, Bama. No, I do not think Fleck is in the running, guys. Do not think Fleck is in the running. Ty Simpson dumps it off. About 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Isaiah Horton with the catch again. Ryan Williams. Where is Ryan Williams? Number 2 for Alabama. All the talent in the world, but where is he? They moved the tight end. Alabama has moved the tight end next to the left tackle. Simpson back to pass. He got rid of it, but is incomplete. Incomplete. Going back to Horton. Thank you for the $2 holler, Hammer Henderson. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. "41-yard line, 3rd down, 6 Alabama. We've got trips left. Trips left. And we got a penalty on Alabama. There's a penalty on Alabama. It should be. Yes. Illegal procedure. Simpson back to pass. Blitz! Blitz! Oh, incomplete. Williams again could not come down with the catch. Ryan Williams, you need to catch that ball. Oh my gosh. He was looking for the hit. You got to come down with that. You've got to come down with that. You've got single coverage. They had to rotate the safety over. They gave Simpson enough time. He delivered the football. You've got to come down with that catch. Wow. Mr. Williams' stock is falling, man. It is falling. Wow. (17 to 17). Alabama. First possession, punt the ball away. Oklahoma's going to have the ball for the first time in the second half. Not good. Nicole Arbach. That's the 10th drop of the season for Ryan Williams. Tenth drop of the season. Wow. First down and 10, Oklahoma. 13:22 to go in the third quarter. John Mateer shotgun. He hands it off to Blaylock. A good 5-yard gain. Blaylock is running hard. Running very hard tonight. Torrey Blaylock running very hard tonight. Blaylock going into this game incomplete. They try to find Burks on that. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Blaylock coming into this game had run for 444 yards. 4.1 yards per average. 444 yards, 4.1. So pretty pedestrian. 9 carries for 26 yards. Again, he's not getting a whole lot of blocking out there, but he's running hard. No question about it. Empty backfield. Neither of these teams have lighted up running the football with their running backs. And a drop pass. Dropped pass. Oklahoma's going to have to punt it back. Beautiful punt. The return is pretty good. Down to the 25-yard line. Alabama was started. First down and 10. And we got a late hit on Oklahoma. I believe we got a late hit on Oklahoma. The Oklahoma player is saying he got blocked into. Oh, he did get pushed into him. 44 did get pushed into him. Bad call. Bad call on Oklahoma. Not a good call.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
Yeah, Mateer does have, look, those feet are not set on some of those throws. No question about it. No question about it. Now, on that last throw, where his feet were not set, he just kind of hopped in midair and threw that football. That wide receiver is going across the field in Alabama's in a zone. What John Mateer and those quarterbacks, what they're hoping for, what they're praying for is the wide receiver when he's cutting it up, 10 yards crossing pattern, and he sees that Alabama is in a zone. They're hoping for that wide receiver to sit down in that zone, to quit going across the field. You're open, sit down. John Mateer got it out. The wide receiver, he did not sit down in that zone. He took a couple more steps, and the ball looked like it was thrown behind him a little bit. He should have got it. He should have dropped it. But the wide receiver needs to sit down in that zone. That's what John Mateer was counting on. Again, Oklahoma's offense, it's clunky. It's clunky, guys. They got Deion Burks, which is a superstar, but it's a clunky offense. It needs a short field. It did very good in the first half. And then again, I said at 8:13 Central Time, I said Oklahoma was not going to score again. An hour and 7 minutes later, no more points for Oklahoma. It's a clunky offense. It really is. First down and 10. Oh, Bama runs it! Go! Oh! A big long gain by Danielle Hill. He breaks off a 20-some yarder, over 25 yard, about a 29-yard gain, Danielle Hill. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Simpson back to pass, incomplete. They don't even look to Ryan Williams anymore. They don't even look in that direction. 20 drops. The question is, does Ryan Williams go in the portal after this season for Alabama? That's somebody who's probably going to go in the portal. We shall find out. Second and 10. Shotgun. Simpson. Going deep! Touchdown! Bama, they finally did it! They finally went deep! Whoops, that's not the music. My bad. Touchdown! Something is wrong. I can't get touchdown to work. We broke the touchdown sound bar.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Wow. Brooks has got 4 catches for 74 yards. Holy smokes. 2 touchdown catches for Brooks. And Alabama has taken the lead. 24 unanswered points by Alabama. (24-17). We've got 11:21 to go in the third quarter. We still got 4 minutes to go before we play the mariachi music. If the game is within 10 points or less. 24 unanswered points. Paul Allen, touchdown, TD, boom. Terry Aloysius, Himalacious, Connotacious, Sacrilegious Nord. Rich Austin, touchdown. Visser, touchdown. Don Scruggs, the Georgia Bulldog. I'm not impressed at all. 24-17. Do the Sooners have any more points in them? At 8:13 Central Time. Remember what I said, finely tuned? Because you pointed it out. At 8:13 Central Time, I declared that the Oklahoma Sooners were not going to score any more points this game. It's been an hour and 11 minutes later, 1 hour and 11 minutes later, and the Sooners have got no more points on the board. I said this game was not over when it was 17-0. This game is not over until the fat guy from Minnesota sings. I ain't singing. I ain't singing for a very long time. Good news for your dogs and cats. First down, Oklahoma. Play action. Mateer goes down. Sack. Sack. Second and long for Oklahoma. This offense for the Oklahoma Sooners has been atrocious the second half of the season. But baby, they look sharp at the start of this football game. They punted the first time they had it. Second, third, and fourth possessions of the game, Oklahoma's offense looked really good. But now they're struggling. Now they're absolutely struggling. John Mateer back to pass, and he's going to get sacked again. He goes down again. It's going to be third and long. Third and long for the Sooners. They need a miracle. They need a miracle to get first down here. Back-to-back sacks. We got a super chat. We got ourselves a super chat. Mateer back to pass, dumps it off. Blaylock running hard. Not the most talented running back, but he does run hard. Oklahoma's going to have to punt the ball again. We're not even in mariachi music time. We're not even there. We got to get to the 7-minute mark. 7-minute mark. Within a 10-point game, it's 10 minutes to go. $2 holla. Thank you, Helmer Henderson. How many eyeballs for Oregon and Ole Miss games? I don't know. Probably not as much as it. He could have returned that baby. It's all Alabama. Not as many eyeballs for this game tonight, especially. Miami game, Miami Texas A&M is going to have a lot of eyeballs on it. But I do not know. Hopefully it goes pretty good. Again, I've got Tulane covering the 17.5 point spread. But I've got Oregon whipping up on James Madison. I don't think that's going to be a competitive ball game. What I am interested in seeing in that Oregon-James Madison game is Oregon healthy? Did they finally become healthy? Are the top two running backs, the Carrion Moore, are the top two wide receivers, are they healthy? And I don't, I see the reports. The reports are one thing. I want them to actually go out on the football field and make a couple of plays before they get pulled. At least get out on that football field. So that's the importance for the Oregon-James Madison game, in my opinion. Is Oregon getting healthy? And then Tulane and Ole Miss. I'll tell you this about Tulane. Ole Miss don't play the game in a phone booth. I know you got a great running back. You do have a great running back. But don't play the game in a phone booth. In other words, Ole Miss, you're going to have to do what Alabama's doing. Take shots downfield. Tulane's weakness is their secondary. You can make plays downfield on their secondary. Their front seven is legit. Their defensive line is absolutely legit. So Ole Miss, I know you're playing against an inferior team, right? But you should not just do the ground and pound, knowing that your defense is going to make some stops. Ole Miss, my recommendation to Miami was run the ball early against Texas A&M. My recommendation to Ole Miss is to throw it deep, baby. Take shots downfield early in that game. Tulane will be beaten downfield. Their cornerbacks, their safeties cannot hang with Ole Miss. But that front seven is legit. It is why I predicted Tulane to be the G5 representative in the playoffs. Because their defensive line, their front seven is actually very good. Don't underestimate Ratzlaff. Ratzlaff is going to have a game. He's going to have to do everything right. He's going to have to gamble like he likes to do and get away with it. There's going to be 3 or 4 gambling plays that Jack Ratzlaff tries to make. And he's going to have to go and do it. And he's going to have to be successful. Oh, Alabama with a design run to Ty Simpson. Kalen DeBoer goes deep. Design run for Tyler Simpson. Kalen DeBoer is listening to college football's peak around the corner. If Evan Stewart is healthy plus more, I can't even think Indiana or the Buckeyes is stopping that run game. Oklahoma going to be the first college football home team to lose. 24-17, Ty Simpson back to pass, unloads it, tackled immediately. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Rod Nix, where is the FBI? The Oklahoma football team has been kidnapped. 3rd and 2. This is a big play. Big play. We've got 8:39 to go. 3rd quarter. Empty backfield. Trips right. They're bunched up on the right. Simpson is going. Rolling out. Unloads it deep. Oh, wide open, and it goes through the wide receiver hands. Oh, my gosh. There's been some drop balls in this game. We got a flag. We got a flag. Holding defense. Holding on Oklahoma. 1st down. Bama. Venables is not happy. Me thinks Tulane has a decent chance to beat them Rebels. GB. "44-yard line. Alabama. Up 24-17. Man in motion. Simpson hands it off. No yards. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Right through his hands. Bernard, the pass went right through his hands. Second down and 10. This game was 17-0 Oklahoma, and it's been all Alabama since. Simpson, shotgun. Running back. Receiver sits down. It's going to be third and about 4.5 yards. Completion. Again, Brooks. Brooks is having a fabulous game. Monster game for Alabama. 3rd and 5. Simpson back to pass. He's running for it. First down, Bama, down to the 25-yard line. It's 6:25 to go. We are going to play the mariachi music here because soon we're not going to be able to play it. It is below 7 minutes. We're going to play it real quick here. We might not have another opportunity. Back to pass, Simpson. Complete. Third and 8, 3rd and 6, 22-yard line. Alabama is setting up for a field goal here, up 24-17. This is a very important field goal attempt. Alabama can get up by 10 in Norman, Oklahoma. There's been a lot of drops on Alabama and Oklahoma's side. A lot of drops. A lot of drops. We're looking at the left hash mark. 40-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is right down the middle. Bama has taken a 10-point lead over Oklahoma, 27-17. Oh boy. Now the question is, can Oklahoma respond? Do they have it in them? Brent Venables. Can John Mateer light the match? Can he do that magic that he did early in the season when Oklahoma looked like they were going to have a very fascinating, dynamic offense? It all went pear-shaped. Oklahoma's offense has not been good. And now you're seeing it over the last quarter and a half. But now they need to respond. Is there anybody that's going to step up and be the hero of Oklahoma? Deion Burks. Deion Burks. Is he the guy? Is he the only guy? Jermichael Carter. Is it time for him to make a big time play downfield? What say you? It ain't going to come through the ground. It's got to go through the air. And if it happens on the ground, it's got to be John Mateer. John Mateer. Seven unanswered points. Can Oklahoma respond? Can they dig deep? They're playing in front of their home crowd, jam-stacked stadium. Go Black 45. I thought we made a rule as a nation not to let Oklahoma back in the playoffs ever again. Edward the Auburn Tiger, thanks for coming on in. I appreciate it, sir. How about the Southeastern Conference in volleyball? Way to go, ladies. First down and 10. First down and 10. Shotgun. Mateer back to pass. He's going to take off. A good 7-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 for Mateer in Oklahoma's offense. They need points on this drive. 27 unanswered points. He's going to keep it himself. Short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Mateer is going to keep it himself again, and I think he got it. I think they're going to give it to him. They're marking it as a first down. First down, Oklahoma. .240 to go in the third quarter. They pitch it out. Not much there, a couple of yards. Xavier Robinson, Second carry of the game. 55 rushing yards for Oklahoma, 40 for Alabama. 2nd and 7. Good run by Oklahoma. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Blaylock, he always runs hard. Doesn't have the most talent. I don't see that juice in him, but he does run hard. Again, he ran for 444 yards this season, 4.1 yards per carry. Pretty pedestrian. I don't know what Oklahoma is going to do against Indiana's defense if that game would happen. 3rd and 2. Mateer rolling out. First down. They made the play. They made the play. All right, new set of downs for Oklahoma. John Mateer is making it happen here. He's making it happen. He's got to gamble a little bit. You're down 10 points. You got to gamble a little bit. Empty backfield. John Mateer is going to run it. He got nothing on that. 2nd down and 10. Dilly has said he's going nowhere. Witt is the best short-term option. I don't think Michigan is interested in a short-term option. I don't think they're looking at Whittingham. I'd be surprised. If if DeBoer doesn't take it, if Dillingham doesn't take it, I don't think that job falls below Jed Fish. I think Jed Fish is the guy who's going to ultimately take it if DeBoer and Dillingham do not take it. And that's just my opinion. We've got a super chat. Helmer Hennison, thank you for the $2 holla. Staying at 12 teams, college football playoffs. Well, it sounds like Ross Dillinger's reporting is momentum. There's momentum for a 16-team playoff with a double bye. With a double bye in it. 13 would play 16, 14 would play 15. And then the two winners of those two playing games would go into the next round with seeds 3 through 12. Absolutely ridiculous. That is the college football playoff format that is gaining traction right now, according to Ross Dellinger. I don't know, guys. Hopefully, Tony Petitti has the stones to say, no, we're not going to do that. Let's stick at 12. But I cannot stand the double. There should be no double bye. I don't get it. That's just, in college football, you're going to have a double bye. It's only going to be the top 2 seeds that they're talking about that would get a double bye. The top 2 seeds. Incomplete. But we got a flag on it. It might have been pass interference on Alabama. Oklahoma is driving. Jed Fish is not taking that job. Ooh, I think he would. Why wouldn't Jed Fish take that job? I don't think Jed Fish can pass up Michigan. We shall see. I don't think it goes below Jed. I don't think it. If DeBoer or Dillingham don't take it, I don't see it going by Jed Fish. We tear back the pass. He unloads it. Wide open. Wide open. Touchdown! My declaration did not succeed. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Touchdown!
We got drama in Norman.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Wow. (24, 27-24 Alabama. My prediction was 23-20 Alabama. My prediction lasted an hour and 38 minutes. Rod Nick says, let's go. Christopher Hooter, no overtime, please. No overtime. A double bye in football. Come on. You can't. If that happens, I'm going to really have to contemplate the overall intelligence of Sankey, Phillips, Petitti, and Yormark. Fish name has been dropped according to sources at Michigan. It would, but the problem is it's not going to be conference champs that get 2 byes. You're going to have conference champs get only 1 bye, and some get 2 byes. Alabama. Okay, they get the ball back. 14:45 to go in the football game. 27-24. Alabama, Oklahoma did respond. They did respond. John Mateer did find some magic. We've got a great football game here. 27-24. Notre Dame's schedule is a 12-week bye. We got trips left. Tight end in the backfield. I'm sorry, that was not a tight end in the backfield. My bad. That was Jam Miller in the backfield. Feeding the ball to Jam Miller early in the fourth quarter. It's 2nd and 9. They don't want to do it that way, James Davis. They don't want 8 playoff games in one weekend. They're trying to avoid that. So they're trying to do the 13 plays 16, 14 plays 15 play-in games. Going deep! It's caught! It's in bounds! What a catch! Ty Simpson goes deep. Like what we've been saying all this game. Isaiah Horton is having a great game. Brooks is having a great game. And Ryan Williams is invisible. First down, Bama. What a throw by Ty Simpson. 37-yard line. First down and 10. Jam Miller. 1-yard loss. Shotgun. First 3 rounds of CFP should be all played on campus. I don't think you can have more than one home game on campus for a... that's why the 24 works so beautifully. 9 through 16 gets that first round home game. 1 through 8 gets the first round bye, second round home game. I don't think you can have a team play at home twice in the playoffs like that. I think the tickets, of course you're going to sell the tickets, but the demand and the bill, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. Alabama, 3rd and 11. 38-yard line of Oklahoma. Going back to pass, Ty Simpson. And he gets sacked. Oh, he gets run over. Wow. Alabama's going to have to punt the ball back to Oklahoma. 27-24. That was a fumble. My question is who recovered. It looked like maybe Alabama recovered. Because it was clearly a fumble. Who recovered the football? It reminded me of the California game. Minnesota at California. Minnesota has a 14-10 lead. California has the ball in their own territory. It was a clear fumble. Minnesota had a clear pickup, recovery, and they never reviewed the play. And California marched down the field, and the game totally turned on that. Quarterback got written, giddy up. No review. 27-24. RT says ESPN says Bama got it back. You can't question ESPN. If you're new to the channel or if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Ring that notification bell. Make sure you get notified the next time we come on live. And the plan is for us to come on live watch party. Texas A&M, College Station, Miami Hurricanes. We're going to be doing a watch party starting about 11:45 Eastern time in the morning. Come join us. I want to thank Hemmer Hennison, Evil Badger, Dave Valinsky, Christopher Hooter, Buckeye Greg, Stormy Cyclone, John Teal, and Moen After Dark for your generosity, and MBM for your monster super chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate your donations, your generosity to help us keep the lights on, for us to be able to keep doing this hour after hour after hour, day after day after day, week, month after month. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. The game has turned out to be a great one. You are correct, Hummus Hero. You are correct. Nitwit, any word from your camp about DC Lynn, the defensive coordinator of USC? There's been a lot of talk out there that Penn State is going to be poaching him, possibly paying the buyout and everything to USC. Oklahoma, first down and 10. Mateer's going to keep it. John Mateer is going to keep it. He got nothing. Got absolutely nothing. Going to be second down and 10. Second out and 10, second out and 9, at the 8-yard line. Oklahoma desperately needs a first down. Cannot go 3 and out here. Cannot go 3 and out. They're going to run the football. Blaylock running hard once again, but it's going to be third down and 4. Third and 4. Oklahoma needs a first down here. Womack, sideline, Alabama calling out the defensive plays. We got a penalty on Oklahoma, possibly. Yes, illegal motion on Oklahoma. It's going to be third and 9. Art Bunkel is pissed off at the sidelines. Oklahoma's offensive coordinator, Michael Smith, that shot to Horton, that was an offensive push-off. Uncalled. Oklahoma did a good job neutralizing them. Horton always pushes off. Watch for it. Thanks for coming on in, Michael Smith. Appreciate it. We got a third and 9. Oklahoma cannot afford to punt this deep in their own territory like this. 9:40 to go in the football game. Sooners down 3. We got Mateer going back to pass. That wasn't going anywhere. It was batted down. Again, Mateer with his sidearm throws. A lot of this gets knocked down. That had no chance. No chance, John Mateer. Oklahoma's got to punt it. Oklahoma's got to punt it. The punter is deep in their own end zone. 9:29 to go in the football game. Punting it back to Alabama. It's a short punt. Bernard picks it up. Alabama's going to have very good field position inside, I believe, the 40-yard line of Oklahoma. Great for Trojan. It's time for Bama to put the game away. 7th Sarek, Oklahoma doesn't want to win this game. Good run by Alabama there on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Danielle Hill with a good 6-yard carry on that play. Danielle Hill has 37 yards rushing. They're calling it a catch. They're calling it a catch. Bernard over the back of the defender. He's down, and then it's stripped out. I think that's a catch. I really do think that's a catch. That is a catch. Down, 2nd down, and go at the 5. That's a catch. Because the defender brought him down to the ground. The play is over. And then he flips over and the ball is stripped. He completed the catch. It wasn't like a defender was not on him. It's not like the receiver fell to the ground and lost the ball. That's a completed catch. According to the latest rules, but who knows? 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. What a catch by Bernard. What an unbelievable catch. No review. It should have been a review. It should have been reviewed. Kisser Visser says that should have been incomplete. Austin says that's a catch. Jeremy Bernard, man. What a catch. And there it is right here, guys. Bam! Bam! The ball behind the Oklahoma defenders' helmets. Jeremy Bernard brings it down. 2nd and goal for Alabama at Oklahoma's 5-yard line. Truly unbelievable. What a play. What a play. Don Scruggs, definitely a catch. I think he got it. The defender brought him down to the ground. And then he's down. And then he got flipped over and the ball was stripped. Bill G says, amazing there was no review. It should have been reviewed. It should have been. I agree, Bill G. It's amazing that there was not a review. Wow. Wow. Ty Simpson is 17 of 28, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. John Mateer is 19 of 30, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Second down and goal. 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma desperately needs to keep Bama out of the end zone. The Sooners defense, who's been so good all year long, got to keep Bama out of the end zone. Second and goal, 7:30 to go. Ty Simpson, shotgun. Danielle Hill set up next to him. Bernard. They run it. Touchdown! Bama!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Bama has taken a 33-24 lead. Norman, Oklahoma is silent. The extra point for Bama. Crimson Tide has taken a 10-point lead. 34-24. The winner of this game plays Indiana in the quarterfinals, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Bama versus Indiana. Oklahoma versus Indiana. Lace them up, baby. Lace them up. Lace and play anyone. What a catch by Jeremy Bernard. What a catch. What a catch by number 5. What a catch. Rod Nix, the game ain't over yet. Get the jam queued up. Congratulations to Mom. Oh, we got Greg the Gold all queued up. You can trust me on that. You can trust me on that. I don't care. I'm not watching. I've never watched Jake Paul fight. Don't care. I don't know. I think he's fight. I don't know who he's fight. I don't know, guy. I don't know, man. I've got no interest. I was a big boxing fan growing up. My grandpa was a big boxing fan. Mr. Roney, the Irishman. First down and 10. Oklahoma needs points now. Oklahoma needs points. John Mateer getting pressured. It's almost picked off. He's going to have to gamble here. He's going to have to gamble. He's going to have to gamble. Ah, yes. Who did I have last year? Oh, is that the guy who fought Tyson? Okay. I bet against Tyson. I went against Tyson because of Tyson's age. I didn't even know that was the same guy. My bad. Is Jake Paul fighting? Who is he fighting? I don't know who he's fighting. He's fighting a real boxer. I'll take Joshua. Okay. 3rd and 8. Oklahoma's going to have to go for it if they don't make it here. They can't punt it away. They just got to gamble. You've got to gamble. John Mateer, 3rd and 8. 27-yard line. Back to pass, and he's going to get sacked. Now they're going to have to punt it. They can't go for it like this. Oklahoma is running out of opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably going to be the first home team that loses a playoff game in a 12-team playoff format. It was going to happen at some point. I think it's going to happen tomorrow in College Station. We shall see. Steven Spielberg movie is coming out June of next year. The day of disclosure. Steven Spielberg. Buckle up, brace for impact, GB. Buckle up and brace for impact. Midwest Boxing, thanks for coming on in. Mateer is horrible in the pocket. He jumps in the air. You know, he doesn't have the measurables, right? He's got to figure out ways to get the ball over the defensive line. But yes, he was always going to have more of an issue in the Southeastern Conference than he did up playing out west with Washington State. But it did not help that Oklahoma could not really run the ball this year. Alabama could not run the ball this year. LSU cannot run the ball this year. Georgia can run the ball if Gunnar Stockton keeps it or if they give the ball to Nate Frazier. The Timberwolves are not going to beat Oklahoma City Thunder. They're not going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, guys. Terry Nord, they're not. Because the refs in Oklahoma City Thunder are like this. They're like this. It ain't going to happen. Sorry, Timberwolves fans. I'm a Timberwolves fan, but we're not going to win that football game. Don't turn it off, Terry Nord. Turn that game off. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to lose. Scott Grable, thank you to all the doubters when it was 17-0. Bama is not a great team, but we are resilient. Well, Scott Grable, there was one guy who did not give up hope. There was one guy who was saying, this game is not over. And that guy was the fat guy from Minnesota. You are very close, Scott Grable, from winning this game and going to play Indiana Hoosiers in the quarterfinals. First down and 10, 5:55 to go. Danielle Hill got a couple of yards on that. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Ty Simpson in the huddle, calling the plays. Oklahoma needs this ball back. They can't let up a first down here. Man in motion. Simpson was under center. Bam is going to try to run it. Danielle Hill gets about 3 yards on that. Sack, Ty Simpson. Monster sack. Oklahoma's going to get the ball back. Oklahoma is going to get the ball back here at 5:30 remaining. That was a big time play. Much needed. 44 threw down the Alabama's offensive lineman. Oklahoma should get decent field position. 5:07. They need a quick score. They're going to get the ball back at the 37-yard line. They're going to need a quick score here. Five minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Mateer is going to have to work some magic here. Big play downfield. He's getting rolled out. He's getting pressured. And he's got to throw it away. Mateer dumps it off. It's going to be about 3rd and 5. Nearing the midfield. 4:34 to go. Mateer back to pass. Going to dump it. Not a first down. He might have fumbled it. And it might be Alabama's football. What are they calling here? Was it complete? Was he down? They're giving it to Bama. They're going to give it to Bama, and they're going to review this game. Review the play. Was it a fumble? Pass complete. Ooh. Did he have it where he made a play? Did he have it long enough? They could call that incomplete. This could be overturned, ladies and gentlemen. This could be overturned. Okay, Oklahoma's football. 4th and 5. Sooners need 5 yards. They need this first down. If they don't get it, the game is over. Alabama might be blitzing off the right edge here. No, they just sent 4. They just sent 4. John Mateer, complete, massive play, all the way down to Bama's 18-yard line. All the way down. The game's not over yet. Game is not over yet. John Mateer found someone wide open. Mateer back to pass. The magic. Is it happening? Is it happening? Giovanni Gibson had that big 38-yard reception. It's second down. 3:40 to go. 3:39, 3:38. Mateer back to pass. He's going to try to scramble out of it. Down he goes. Down he goes. It's third down. Third and 9. 3 minutes to go. Third and 9. 3:02 to go. Mateer back to pass. Oh my goodness. He had no time on that. The blitz got to him. Hill Green drove Mateer down. Mateer had to get rid of the football. Oh my gosh. They did not pick up helmet to helmet. Now they're going to kick a field goal. 4th and 9. Tate Sandell, the great field goal kicker for Oklahoma, going to line up for this field goal. Make this field goal, kick, and then do the onside kick. It's no good! It was a high snap! It's no good! That looked like my golf drive! That looked like my golf drive! Wow! The Alabama Crimson Tide are going to beat your Oklahoma Sooners. Number 9 beats number 8. The first home game to win a playoff in the expanded playoff era. Congratulations to Oklahoma. Congratulations to Oklahoma. Very good football season indeed. Absolutely. In my predictions at the beginning of the year, I predicted Alabama to come in 6th and Oklahoma to come in 7th. All right, we're going to take that off the board real quick. Congratulations to Oklahoma. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide. You did it. You won a road game. And now you go play the Indiana Hoosiers. Fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know what the line is going to be on that game, but I'm taking the Hoosiers. I am taking the Hoosiers. Jose, thank you. Go for Godfather. Always excited to watch parties. Thank you. A member for 25 months. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the Trojan, Jose, has been listening, has been a member for 25 months. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Go Black 45. Greg, God bless your mom, but F Bama. Oklahoma embarrassed themselves. Wow. Don Scruggs. My prof, go Hoosiers. See, John, boy, that looks good to me. Cue the jam. Cue the jam, baby. Cue the jam. Cue the jam. Once again, Greg the Gold does not lose in the playoffs. Craig the Gold. Playoff domination. Tomorrow, Greg the Gold has Miami. Greg the Gold has Tulane. Greg the Gold has Oregon. Book it. Oregon, Tulane, Miami. Subscribe, ring the bell, smash the like button. PATC. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It was a great night. Helmer Hennessy, harder to build running offensive line than a passing offensive line. I don't know, man. I guess. Bama is not going to be able to run the ball at all against Indiana. They're going to have to do what they did today. They're going to have to gamble. They're going to have to go deep. Indiana's got a defense that can match Oklahoma, but Indiana's offense is a different animal. So, buckle up, Bama. Buckle up, Indiana. We're going to have ourselves a game when the quarterfinals take off. Anyway, yes, we are going to be doing a watch party. Thank you, Hummus Zero. I appreciate it. Yes, I do dance. Yes, I do dance. Thank you, Don Scruggs. Appreciate it. Thank you, JB. Appreciate it. If I ever get above 500, you're not going to hear the end of it. You think I am a jerk now? Just wait if I actually become a winner, which that's never going to happen. But anyways, Numbskull News, thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. Alabama wins. They advance. Thank you, guys. Again, we'll see you tomorrow at 11:45 Eastern Time, 10:45 Central Time, 9:45 Mountain Time, 8:45 Pacific Time. Watch party in College Station. The number 7th seed Texas A&M versus the 10th seed Miami Hurricanes. I can't wait for it. It's going to be spectacular, just like this game was tonight. I'll see you guys until next time, which is tomorrow. Please, you all take great care of each other. And as always, God, family,